Hello. All right. We're live. We're live. Hello, everyone. Let me turn on my chats. Make sure. All right, you guys. If you can see me, if everything is kosher, then let me know. Drop me an emoji. Say hi. Okay, so we're live again. And I know last time I said, oh, Harry, hi. All right. Yes, everything's good. Last time I said we weren't going to be long, and we were like an hour and a half. So today, oh, I'm smashing my hair. Oop, here we go. Today, we are like not going to be so long because I have an appointment to go jogging at the park in an hour. So I told her, I was like, yeah, I can be there at 2. So we're not going to be long today. Hello. So we have Harry, Karen, Catherine, Yavana. Yay. Hey, everyone. I hope everyone has had a wonderful week. I'm in bed already at 7. Woo. 7 o'clock. My night will just begin at 7 o'clock, Harry. Rather eat some Easter eggs. Ooh, Easter eggs. You know, we haven't even bought eggs to boil this year. But you just introduced, well, you just kind of segue into one thing I wanted to talk about today. Easter eggs. Now, whether you celebrate Easter or not, these eggs, okay? I just use a regular carton, just a regular milk carton, and I fill it up with dun, 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 little eggs. So I showed you guys this last week, but Easter time, you guys. So you said I always buy eggs in the sales, spend about 40-ish Easter eggs. Yeah. Now these Easter eggs are like two years old. I've had these for quite some time. Now they have so many different ones, big ones, decorative ones. If you guys wanted like a really cool reward system, go buy you, wait until after Easter. Like Sunday is Easter, okay? So if you don't celebrate Easter and you don't know when Easter is, Sunday is Easter. So wait until Monday. Wait until Monday. Go out and buy some Easter eggs. And then you can fill them up with little, like, you know, if you want to put like a little candy in them or whatever, you can fill them up with little toys, trinkets, whatever you want to put inside. Money, fill them up. You could do fake money. I have fake money that I use for my like 8 and up. I use fake money. You could put fake money in there and see how much money they earn by the end of class. We have boring ones in essay. We only get Kitty or Dora. Oh, with the eggs. Yeah, I just buy regular ones. I just buy these regular plain. You know, I have some metallic ones, but I just buy the regular plain ones. But I do have in my Hello Kitty basket, I have some bigger ones. So, and look, this dollar has been in this egg for a year. It's been in this egg for almost a year. I constantly keep a dollar. Well, sometimes I switch what egg is in. Shh, hold on, sweetheart. But this dollar has been in the egg rotation. This same dollar, not a different dollar, but the same dollar has been in rotation for about a year. So we have chocolate eggs, marshmallow chocolate eggs. Yeah, we have all types of eggs. I don't like marshmallows. I'm not into all that egg candy stuff. But so look, I put this little dude. It's a little squishy dude. I put him in an egg, and they love it when they get him, and we get to squeeze them. So squishy toys. You can put those in eggs. All types of stuff I have in these eggs. What's in here? Oh, Legos. This one has Legos in it. See, I even forget what's in them. I forget. And then, don't you? Yeah, we have chocolate eggs in the United States. Catherine, we have chocolate eggs. Do you like cream eggs? Like the ones that had like the chocolate cream? Okay. But like the marshmallow cream or that any cherry or anything other than chocolate on the inside, chocolate or caramel. Anything other than chocolate or caramel, I can't do it. I just can't. I'm not into like all that fancy candy. I like chocolate. I like Skittles. I'm just not a big candy person, so I don't like all that fancy stuff. It's just not me. Yes, I use R&B in mine. Ooh, R&B and a few Paw Patrol characters. Also, you use eggs, Karen. Awesome. You can buy a bag of empty plastic eggs at the drugstore. Yes, yes. Wait until after Easter, and you can get them for clearance because they're trying to get rid of everything. So Sunday's Easter on Monday. You can buy like these. You can even get these big ones, probably, depending on where you live. You can get big ones. You can get all types of eggs for like 50% off. After Easter, they will be 50 to 80% off because they're trying to get rid of them. Because whatever they don't sell, they have to put it back in the bag for next time. Why can't I see others' messages? Oh, I don't know, Karen. Everyone else, can you see each other's messages? I can see everyone's messages. Oh, look, this one. I have a little puppy in here. It's just a little puppy in there. So you can put all types of things in these eggs and the empty Easter pails and baskets. Yes. And this was a little Easter basket from like 3 years ago that I used. I was like, oh, it was given to one of my children. I didn't even buy it. And I was like, oh my goodness, Hello Kitty. My kids have never liked Hello Kitty. They have never liked Hello Kitty. None of my girls. So, I mean, they didn't dislike her, but they weren't into Hello Kitty. So this was like discarded in a toy box. It was all smashed up. So I kind of shaped it back into basket form. Like, okay. And then I started using it. So you can get all types of buckets, baskets. Boys don't really care about these baskets. I use these. Some of the girls, like the older kids, they don't care about these baskets. So I'll use these. But the good thing about baskets, you could put anything inside. Like I have stuff that's not even in eggs. I have a tooth. I have, a while ago, last year, when I showed you guys these fans. I think that was in November, December. I have fans in here, all different assorted colors. All these just fans. We take out a fan, open it up, look at it. Kitty seems to come and go. And yeah, Hello Kitty does come and go in popularity. So this is one. Anytime there's a holiday, you guys, the day after, go and stock up. But, if you don't like to collect junk, I understand. I completely understand if you don't like junk. Okay. So last time I missed our email last week. Would you please give it again? I need help with applying for online position. Thank you. Yes, it's Miss Lala Books at gmail.com. That's my email. And you could find, I think it's in my description. Maybe not. So if you lose it in the chat or whatever, if you come to my page and look in I think it's in my page description, I think you'll see my email. All right. Last time the iPad was dead. Now this time I made sure it had some type of juice so I could show you guys some things. Okay. Now I showed you guys the little alphabet game where you can do the backgrounds for the kids. Now see how it's so much better, because last time I showed you on my iPhone, it's so much better on your iPad or tablet. And it's, it's bigger. And they even have Easter themes that you can use and move around and different things. Eggs. So this is what I've been using this week. I'll probably continue using it for the rest of April. It has flowers, eggs. So I'll probably use it for the rest of April. Like, who cares? Teacher L, with regards to the rewards points, have they been taken away? I think I had like 70,000 points. I don't know. That's a good question. I'm gonna ask about the reward points because I have how many do I have? I stopped off at it shows the data portal, like on the computer. It shows that I think I have like 200,000, a little over 200,000 points. And when they first came out, like when they first started doing it, I was able to redeem them one time. One fortune. And then I don't know. I don't know what the plan is with that. The app, what app? In the Dada app is what I'm referring to. In the Dada app, it shows 0. I don't know. You said yours shows 0 now. I don't know if you're referring to in the app it's showing 0 in the Dada teach, or if it's showing 0 in the portal, Karen. But mine still show I have points, and I checked just a few days ago. It's still racking up points. Like when I do my after class assessments, I'm still getting my 20 points. So it's still building. So the alphabet, the alphabet thing. Yes. Okay. The alphabet thing is called magnetic alphabet. So I'll show you. This is what it looks like. It just says alphabet. That's what the icon looks like. But in the store, in the market, whether it's Android or the Apple store, it's magnetic alphabet. That's what it's called. So it has all these different things. It's much better to use when you are on a tablet or an iPad or something. Now, that's one. Another one I wanted to show you. I showed you the Connect 4 game last week. So the, Connect 4, where you can just have them pick where they want their little token, their little coin to go, and you guys can play that game. My older kids love it. They love it. And then here's the other one. Easter or no Easter, whatever. This is the one I wanted to show you guys as well. Surprise eggs all year round. Surprise eggs. There's so many different ones that you can use. There are so many different types of surprise egg apps. This particular one has a ridiculous amount of commercials. Just ridiculous. It doesn't even make any sense. You see, every time I click something, an advertisement comes up. It doesn't even make sense how much this one has. But they have some without them. I just stick with this one because I like the little prizes. And then you could just have them tap. For some of them, I might do 2 taps. And then I'm like, okay. Or depending on the kid, I might go ahead and reveal a whole egg. You just tap, and it shows them an egg with the prize inside. And then, of course, an advertisement pops up with this one. And then it takes you to the next egg. The kids have loved this app. This has been wonderful. And another go-to. So I showed you guys the eggs. I showed you guys the app, the magnetic alphabet Connect 4. This is super simple, you guys. If you happen to have like a local store that has this little die, they come in singles. Just one die comes in a pack, and it has dry erase sides. It's kind of coming off, but you just, rewrite. And then on each side, I wrote an activity. Now you can make a little die out of paper. You can do that out of paper, just make it, tape it, make it look like a die. You don't have to go out and spend money. I'm all about being thrifty. So this one says tic-tac-toe, dance, hangman, card draw and guess. And then some of my kids like when I take out the puppets. So then they get to choose what puppet they want to talk to. So talk. I call it talk. And they get to choose a puppet friend that they want to talk to, and they can ask my puppet friend 2 questions. So it helps them practice asking questions. And so each of these are, somewhat educational besides dance. We're just dancing. So, but the rest of them are pretty educational in some way, shape, or form. I can turn anything into something that has to do with education. And card draw. Card draw is where I'm like, okay, ready? Who's first, me or you? And they'll say me or whatever. Then I'm like, okay, who has the biggest number? Oh, so the king is worth 13, and you know it goes down from there. The ace is 1. Oh, you win. Good job. So we just keep track of who wins if they do lucky card draw. Any new companies for morning, afternoon classes around this time? Other than Cambly, people have told me that iTutor is all day. They said that's 24 hours, but I don't know. You know, I haven't been on that platform, so I don't know what that is like, you know, as far as different times of day or whatnot. But there are people that tell me, oh yeah, I make a lot of money on iTutor. Let's see what else. I'm not really fond. I mean, not fond. I'm not really familiar with many more that are 24 hours or have these type of time slots. Because for it to have these type of time slots, it will have to be a company that doesn't focus on the Chinese countries. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Hey ho, you are doing a great job. Oh, thank you, Kwame. Hi, Chelsea. Hello. I want to also show you guys this little activity. This is pretty cool. Now, I think I know I did a video on this where I call it Lucky Cards. And with this game, here's my dry erase. With this game, what we do is real simple. All you need is a deck of cards. And you can use this for virtually any age. You just make your own rules. So create your own rules. For this one, I do the exact same card draw. Only difference is I give 30 points for an ace. So I make the student choose a hand, and the hand they don't choose, I get to take those points for. I always lose. Oh, yeah. I don't always lose. Sometimes I win. I whoop them up sometimes. I tell them it's hey, whoever's lucky, or am I the lucky one or are you the lucky one? Who's gonna win? And so yeah, I don't take it easy on them. They either lose or they win, but we gonna do it by chance. It's a game of chance. And so oh yeah, I'm trying to give you guys some ideas in this classroom. So for example, some of my students, when I say, okay, choose a lucky number, and they'll say, okay, 30. I'm like, all right, 30. So it'll be Lala versus, I don't know. I'm just one of my students that loves, like, this is the only activity she does every class. I only see her once a week. And since we first began having class, like, 9 months ago? I've had her for 9 months now. This is the game she wants to play every time. Either this or we get so wrapped up in conversation, we don't even do a brain break activity because we're talking. Okay, so now we just draw cards. And each card has its number value. So, you know, the number cards are that value. The face cards, Jack is 11, Queen is 12, King is 13, or as Karen does it, you can assign your own numbers to it. And we just draw. So I'll ask, sometimes I'll shake it up like, okay, who's going to be first on this one? Me or you? And they'll say, okay, you. I'm like, all right, this is mine. Oh, I have 13. And it's all right, 13 for me. And then, so I have 13. I applied a while ago for Camly. Do you know when that might open up? Wellness with Krista Arola. Some people said it took like 3 weeks. Some people said it took like 3 months. So you said a while ago. I'm not sure how long ago that was, but for some, that is taking quite some time. And they do it by, you know, demand. If they are pretty okay with the amount of tutors, close to a month ago. Okay. And Harry said he waited for about 2 weeks. I must have applied at a sweet time. I applied in February, and that must have been like the perfect time to apply because I waited 5 days. So Harry said he waited 2 weeks. Some people have told me that they've waited Oh my goodness, it's been 4 weeks. I finally got a response. It's been 3 weeks. The most I've heard from anyone was 3 months. That's the most I've heard. They was like, wow, I applied 3 months ago and I even forgot. And they sent me an email today. So they go off of their need. So if you are putting it in at a time where, okay, we're needing tutors, then you'll get a response much quicker. Now, since it's been a month, then reach out, send them an email and say, hello, my name is such and such. I applied under email, blah, blah, blah. You know, whatever you fill in, send them an email so that they can bring some attention to your profile. And then in some cases, you know, I believe that it has expedited some people where they were like, I sent an email and then a couple of days later, I got an email inviting me to, you know, set up my profile. So, oh, Yavana, you said it's been 4 months now? Yeah, I'd send an email and see what's up. Now, if you met the requirements, they should be getting back to you to, okay, yes, we will like for you to tutor with us. So whatever information you turned in, your introduction video when you're kind of talking about yourself, then all of that is taken into consideration when they make a decision on whether or not they would like for you to join the team to tutor or what the case may be. All right, so, and then we just keep adding. Just keep adding. So it's like, oh, you got, and I make them do the math, even on mine. So if it's my turn, I'm like, okay, so what's 13 plus 2? And they'll tell me. I'm like, okay, wonderful. Let's see what you have. Oh, what? And then 11. I'm like, okay, so what's 11 plus 11? And then I wait and let them answer. And then we just play like that. Now, the object of the game is who can get the closest to 30 without going over. Now, say they had, say it was like this. And I say, okay, you're close to 30. And it's the next turn around. Would you want to stop or do you want to keep going? Now, if they say, okay, stop, then they don't draw, but I still have to draw. And now if I get under 30, but closer to them, then I win because they chose to stop. So say I'm like, okay, so you said stop. I have 10. So then that puts me at 25. They chose to stop at 22. So I win. I said, I win. I'm the lucky one. So yeah, sometimes I win. So that's how it goes. Or sometimes they're like, okay, let's keep going. And then they'll keep going. And see, if they would have kept going, they would have lost regardless. Because with this one being the one that I had just drawn, and then like this 10, or what, did I just draw that 10? Oh, or this one. Yeah, they would have just lost anyways because they were already at 22. So it's the game of chance. It's just a game of chance. But they love it because I don't know the outcome. They don't know the outcome. So both of us are surprised. So that's one game I play. Now with the younger kids, I'll just each round. I'm like, okay, let's see who's going to have the biggest card. And we'll just, oh, that's 1. You have 1. Let's see. I have 6. Which is bigger? 1 or 6? Which one's bigger? And then I even teach them on the slide. I will even draw the greater than or less than sign. So I'll write the 6, the 1, and I'll teach them greater than, less than. So it's a mathematical principle, right? So it's educational. They're having to add, I haven't done it like, what was it? Catherine said that she did, or who was it said they did the subtraction? Karen, when Karen, you said you have them subtract points. I haven't done it that way, but there's ways you could put spins on it. Thank you. I'm trying to look into noise canceling headphones to plug into my phone. I don't want my students to hear background noises. Can you recommend a decent pair that actually works? You said to plug into your phone. Like for Powfish? For my phone, I don't know. I just have the little I've had this phone and the same earbuds that came with the little iPad pack. These are the same original earbuds I use. And these earbuds pick up everything. So, but Noise canceling. I've always used Logitech, and it has the little mute button on it. So right here, where I can click it and I can mute it. I can even turn the volume up and down. So it has this on it. But one thing with Logitech, for me, I'm rough with my headsets. My son drops them. I just kind of, when I travel, this is my traveling bag. So I kind of, it's a legit iPad bag. So this is padded. So I put everything in here, and I just put the headset in here too. And I don't know if that stuff mashes up against it. So a lot of times my mute button goes out, and then I have to buy another one. But these aren't so expensive. It still works, obviously. But right now, this mute button doesn't work anymore. So I can push it all the live long day, and it's not going to mute, because it used to light up red when it was muted. But it doesn't work anymore because my son has dropped it. I have smashed it. I've even let my children borrow it. Big mistake. But Life Chat LX 3000 headphones, they are fab. How much are those? Here, the ones that you're talking about. How much are those? How much is that headset? Especially you want to mute and cuss. The Microsoft LX is great too. I never want to. When I know that I hear my son coming, I'm just like, oh my goodness, mute. And I talk under my breath like this, so I'll mute it and be like, go sit down and go get your cup. Hi, yes. So I'm telling him, like giving him directions under my breath. Go sit down. Don't talk because mommy is working. And then I unmute it. And so, yeah, those are ways that I kind of use my mute button to give my son directions or to shush the dogs because they're going crazy. I think not terribly expensive. Okay. I need just for my phone. Oh, for Powfish. See, but for the phone, I don't know. You might want to invest in like something Bluetooth. They have things like this that are Bluetooth, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Krista Arola. So yes, I'm not really sure. Anybody have suggestions for a phone? Something that's noise canceling for your phone? I'm just not really sure on the phone. All right, so last week I didn't forget about you guys. I was just kind of scatterbrained all over the place. Somebody had asked about puppetry. And if you guys saw my video with Harry, the wonderful Harry is in the room with us today. He even has a puppet too, a huge dragon. And so I love using puppets with, my kids, Cambly kids, Dada kids, with my children, I like to use puppets. Now, someone had asked me, okay, so how do you make it really look like the puppet is talking? Now, it takes a little bit of practice, but if you just kind of part your lips Dobby, or is it Dobby? Dobby? Is it short O or long O? I forgot. I think it was Dobby, right? Harry, Dobby. I have a trial tomorrow, and the coursework looks pretty hard to elaborate on as the slides are so simple, and the answers are on a duplicated slide next. So I'm not sure what to do if we finish early. You have a trial tomorrow. Is this with Dada? Fujila? I think it's Fujila. Is this with Dada? Is that the 10-minute trial? Oh, a student. It's with a student. Okay. As far as elaborating, things that I would do is ask questions. A lot of it really depends. This is like a student by student type situation. Some students are really able to articulate and express themselves pretty decent, and you just kind of help them with pronunciation or giving them synonyms for their vocabulary, giving them, synonyms and things that they can use. Now, if it's a student that's really low, then you can elaborate by pointing out different things that are, maybe it's not in the text itself, but it's on that slide. And you can always, 14 minutes. Oh, okay. So this is Dada. Okay. 14-minute trial with Dada. Okay. The 14 minutes. Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking 10 minutes. 14 minutes trial with Dada. Oh, yes. Yes. I'm uploading one here that has to do with the fruit. If you guys have ever done the Yummy ABC, if you're with Dada and they have like the fruit and it's just a fat little fruit and the one word apple, banana. And that's it. That's it. Then it has like a little break where they color in the fruit. And most of those kids with the trials, they don't know how to color. They don't know how to use the pen. So I'm coloring. So I'm uploading a video on that. But when you get them to look at different things in the background, so if it's a trial, bouncing all over the place would probably be confusing. Point out, what's this? Oh, do you like, or if it's the Yummy ABC, they love to give me Yummy ABC. 80% of my trials are Yummy ABC. So they must love how I teach that. For some reason, I get that all the time, sometimes back to back. But depending on what you get, ask, Karen, 14 minutes, just ask a lot of questions about the slides and then text the answers on the slides and make them practice that text. Yeah, that works. Circle, lean in, get them practicing pronunciation. Now, don't frustrate them. Some of them will get frustrated. I have them try like 3 times and they're still not getting it right. I'm like, you're doing good. And then we just move on because, it's a trial. Maybe their pronunciation is just not going to be on point. You don't want to spend 5 minutes trying to get them to say the L or the R or the W sound perfectly, but give them 3 tries. Lean in and let them see how you move your mouth, circle things, have them draw if they can understand a draw. Make an attempt. So I'll make an attempt. I'll try to explain it and then see if they can do it. It's like 50-50 chance that they'll get it, what drawing is, or they just like, what? And I learned that in Chinese, I think draw is hua. I learned that. I was like, okay, I really would like for this kid to draw. So I looked it up on Google Translate, and then Google Translate will play it back to you so you can listen to the pronunciation. And it said hua. I think I'm saying that right, hua. And so I said hua, apple, hua. And so we were just drawing. Oh, yes. And then when I said hua, and I said circle, draw a circle, hua, circle. And then they were like, oh, it worked. It worked most of the time. I just did that last week and I was just like, okay, I know this is a full immersion program, but I'm just going to look up the word for draw. I'm not going to try to do a whole sentence because my pronunciation when it comes to Chinese, I don't know what I say, but I get laughed at by the whole family, like mom, dad, everyone's laughing. So I don't know what I'm saying. And I don't want to say something when I'm trying to say circle the apple and I'm saying something like smelly armpits. I don't know what I'm saying. I have no idea. So I just stuck to the one word, hua, circle, hua, draw a circle. So try to get them to circle. Talk about things that you see. Ask them, do you like, and use TPR, a lot of TPR. Do you like apples? For the younger ones. For the older ones, if you're talking like that, they're probably going to be like, get me out of this class. So again, it depends on their age. For the older ones, I ask questions. It's like, oh, yes, yes. So do you walk to school? If we're talking about transportation, oh, is it far or is it close? It's close. Yes, it is close. And you can teach them that. It is far. You can even type it like Karen suggested. So yeah, point out things all over the slide. Don't just stick to the text. And that's how you'll stretch it out. And that 14 minutes will go by. And then if you're giving brain breaks, give rewards, high fives, then that should help too. So with those trials, like every 3 minutes, 3 minutes or so. Yeah, 2 to 3 minutes. I'm giving them a star. Yes, that's 14 minutes. Those 5 stars. I'm like, you are smart. Good job. Star. Give them a star. And that helps too. And they go, thank you, teacher. All right. Shoop. So this is how I get my puppets to talk without really using my mouth a lot. So 2 ways. I part my lips. Hello, how are you? And then I give him a voice. Hello, how are you today? I'm fine. So try parting your lips a little bit and using your tongue to just talk inside of your mouth. That's one way. The other way, the easiest way of all. Anytime you want the puppet to talk, put it in front of your mouth. Hello. Hi, Arnold. How are you? I am happy. Wow. And so they don't know that what you're doing, that you're hiding your mouth and you're making the puppet talk. Yes, I am the puppet and I am talking instead of la la. What? So yeah, just put it in front of your mouth and then have it talk that way. And then they'd be like, especially if you have 2 of them having a conversation, then just shift it like this. Oh, you can even lean in like you're paying attention. So let's see, let me get my other one. When I first began, my most popular puppet was Baba. So in my older videos, you probably remember Baba. So especially if they're having a conversation. Hello, friends. Hello. Oh, hi. What's your name? My name is Baba. Oh, hi, Baba. Hello, teacher. See, so you just kind of shift your body with it while you're letting them talk, and they won't see your lips moving, and it doesn't take away from the illusion that they are talking instead of you talking. And so they really think that the puppets are having the conversation. Really? You cannot find that length puppet here? Oh no. This puppet, people have asked me where I have found this one. This one, I found this at a thrift store. I was actually just going along at the thrift store and I was like, ooh, I found jackpot. It was like, God was like, LaShondra is coming. Place these puppets strategically in her face. I found this puppet all in the same day, okay? This was all in one thrift store visit, and they were all like together. Like somebody like quit puppetry and dumped them at this particular thrift store. I found this puppet, my snake, and look, he's long, so I put him around my neck like this. So I found this. I have a bunny, a possum, and a monkey, and another sheep. I have another sheep that's not as nice as this one. All of them. Oh, Baba looks sad. Baba looks sassy. Girl, what do you mean I look sad? I'm not sad. She looks a little sassy to me, but she could be sad. Like Eeyore type. Oh no, I lost my ball. I love Eeyore. Harry. Oh yeah, her eyebrows. Yes, girl. I got them professionally done. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I can have fun, okay, with these puppets. I can do this all day. But that's a tip with puppetry. If you don't really, with the lip movement and all that stuff, just maneuver yourself and cover your lips and do it that way. And you can even teach. I taught some of my students how to make their own little hand puppets instead of just this. I taught them you've seen where you put your thumb in and you do it like this. And I have had it all ready to go where I had lips and eyes. Hello. I don't let them see me draw on my hand because I don't want the parents being like, you had my child drawing on their hands. So I don't let them see me do it because, monkey see, monkey do. But I have it already ready to go. Hello. What's your name? My name is Right. And then I do the other one. My name is Left. Well, technically, this is my right and this is my left. But in the Dada classroom, everything is flipped around. So everything that is right looks left and everything that is left looks right. So it's completely flipped around. So I have trained my brain when I am on camera to switch it to right and left. I don't know how you guys see it. I don't know if you guys see it the right way, like this is my right hand, because this is technically my right hand, or if you guys see it the flipped way. I'm not really sure. Probably the flipped way. But this is my right hand. Probably because everyone will be eating her legs on Sunday. Oh my goodness. Eating her legs on Sunday. Oh no. I just got that. The lamb chops. Oh no. You guys, it's been years since I've eaten lamb, so I won't be eating her legs on Sunday. I just got that. All right. Any questions? Some of the things that I wanted to mention last week. Oh, yes. Where is it? Those questions that I told you guys. Where are those questions I told you guys that I was going to ask? I asked it. Where in the world? Here it is. Oh, give me strength. And another tip I want to share with you. Okay, the questions were: when contracts end, will the current teachers, like the older teachers, have the new salary structure, the new way they do it, or will they continue on the old contract salary? I asked Dada, and hopefully they understood my question because I asked it twice. And they said that for us veteran teachers that are on the old contracts, the old salary, that we would just be offered the same contract. So that's what I was told. I'm going to ask again because I always like to ask the same question several times to several people so I can get a unanimous answer. Not because I don't trust them, but because I think that some of them have I think they all have wonderful intentions, but with the language barrier, I just want to make sure they completely understand me. So the chances of me getting somebody that is more fluent in English than another, when I ask more than one person, then I know, okay, so, all right, thank you. But is that a good thing or a bad thing? It depends on, well, with the new salary, I don't know if everybody is if they're supposedly getting the same base. Last week, somebody said that people are starting off at 15 an hour. I haven't heard that. People have been telling me they're starting off around 18 now. And then there's more bonuses that they get, but they don't get standby pay. So that's the difference. They don't have standby pay. Now, I still get standby pay. I have asked, I have confirmed. I'm like, I'm still getting standby pay, right? So they said, yes, I still get standby pay. So as far as good or bad, the only real difference is the standby pay, and they have new bonus structures. And so with let me plug this. I just noticed my headset is unplugged, you guys. Can you guys hear me better now? I think my headset was unplugged. Let me know if you guys cannot hear me. Standby pay is when you are not teaching class, you're not in a classroom, but you are on your contracted scheduled time. So say you said, I am going to contract to be available from this time to this time. You are on standby. You're sitting there during your contracted time, but you're not teaching because you don't have a class at that time. They pay you half pay, 50% of your salary for standby pay. That's what standby is. Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Spencer. The new hires are not getting that. So if you're not in a class, you're not getting paid. And that's how it works. But they're also allowing the new hires to be able to cancel classes more freely. Like every 2 months, you can just like change your schedule. Whereas us older people, the veteran teachers, I've been locked into my schedule for quite some time. I have been locked into my schedule for, I've had the same schedule for, I think, since the beginning of my data career. And that has been 21 months, 21 months. So over like a year, over a year and a half, I've had the same schedule for more than a year and a half. The only difference is I have added an hour or two here and there, and I took a day off. I used to work where my only day off was Friday. Now I don't work Tuesdays or Fridays. So if I do work, I get part-time, you know, pick up part-time hours, or I just do more Cambly or Palfish or whatever. But oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So yeah, so the new hires do not get standby pay. And another company that did that with the standby pay, I think, was it GoGo Kid? One of these other companies, GoGo Kid, Magic Ears, one of them. It was either GoGo Kid or Magic Ears, where they used to have standby pay, and they was like, okay, no more standby pay. No more. So certain people were grandfathered into getting standby pay, and anyone coming in new don't get it. So I still get it. Anyone coming in new don't have it. It's still in my contract. So I guess it's, what do you want to trade for? So it's up to your perception whether it's good or bad. But I'm going to ask, do you get to choose? I didn't even think to ask that. Do you get to choose? You guys remember my business pen? Now I mean business. Let me ask. Where's my question page? And I'm going to ask that one question. Where's my question? Oh, here we go. Do you get to choose? So if you're a veteran teacher, I'm going to ask if you get to choose to stay on that same contract, the older contract, or if you would prefer to jump on the new one, because it looks like they have more freedom with their schedule. They can change their schedule all willy-nilly all over the place. I don't have that, you know, I don't have that option. So do you get to choose? Okay. And the other question was the leave policy and fines. Yes, you still get the 2 days leave where there's no penalty as long as it's done in advance. That last minute leave, like you woke up that morning and you're supposed to teach in 30 minutes or an hour or whatever. You're supposed to teach in less than 24 hours. You will be penalized. So you're going to be penalized. It's what was it? Was it 80 RMB? You'll be penalized. It's not a huge amount, but still, it's like per class. There's a penalty per class that you miss. So the more classes, there's a penalty. So I gotta look up the exact amount. But if your 2 days, you get free. Anything outside of the 2 days and short notice, then you will be penalized. Now, long-term leave, you can request for long-term leave like 14 days in advance, and you won't be penalized for that. But you have to do that in advance. So your only penalty would be you not getting that pay. But, you know, that's how they do it. And then it depends on how long, how many days, when, and the same month that you want leave, that's the month that you have to apply for it. That's what they prefer. So if you want leave in May, they want you to wait till May. Now the trick is if you want leave like the first week or two of May, then you're gonna have to explain to them, look, it's next month, but I need to put in for it now. But generally, they like it when you do it in the same month, but they will make exceptions if it's just impossible to do so, like if it's May 1st. Okay, but I'm going to get more details on the leave policy. And do you get to choose your contract for the veteran teachers? New teachers, you don't get to choose. You guys are all on the new contracts. And then, what was the question someone asked me earlier? Somebody asked me a question earlier, and I said I was going to ask. I'll have to go through. Someone asked me a question. I said I wasn't sure. I'm going to go through later, and I'll find it. How do you feel about Dada's coursework? I honestly found it boring to teach. It used to be. It seemed like I used to see a little more diversity, like in what I had to teach. But I have regulars now, and some of them are like one step behind the other. So I'm teaching the same thing over and over and over and over again. But it depends. Like the Wanders is repetitive, but I can pull a lot of material out of that. Like I can come up with all type of activities out of that repetitiveness. We could play games, and then I could speed it up, slow it down as I want. But it's, seeing that it's actual, like a storyline that you're following, then you're retelling, then you're writing it. And then, so then I try to change words. So you guys spice it up. I put adjectives in there. I was like, what's another adjective we can use for this? Let's see. And then we draw pictures like the 6 chicks, the 6 kids with the little chickens, the little chicks, baby chicks, the 6 kids. We draw hair on them. We make those chicks look crazy, and we use adjectives to describe the 6 chicks. And then we make some look like girls, some look like boys. How many chicks are girls? How many chicks are boys? I try to spice it up. So I'm used to making something that's not exciting. So it's hard for me to say. Now, the ones that talk about, like the really short ones that talk about, we're going to China, we're going to the Great Wall. Those are super boring and dry, and I can't stand when I have those where we're China, the Great Wall, this museum. Those are extra boring. There's only so much I can do. So we do a lot of acting in that class to just get done with that lesson. So we do some acting, and then the puppets come out. But the older kids have the more exciting stuff, because we have like the older kids that I have, it's like we're reading. Have you guys heard of weekly readers? When I was in school, a while ago, I graduated, I'm class of 99, you guys. But when I was in school, we had weekly readers that we read, and they're more stories, like around the world type stories, and it's more interesting. I even learned some stuff. I was like, oh wow, that's this. Did you know that? So we can have more conversation with the older ones. Now the courseware for the younger ones, some of it, yes, is boring, but I spice it up. I really do. How do you feel? Oh, let's see. How many months makes a teacher not new anymore? I think if I personally would say 2 months, you're not new. And I say that because when I first started, I started in 2017. So when I first started in 2017, they actually started me off on a 2-month contract to see how I would work. Then after 2 months, then they were just like, okay, 6 months. And then 6 months. And so they did it that way. So after the 2 months, I felt like an expert after 2 months, and they had confidence in me. And they, right out the bat, like by my 3rd week, I was full, but then they really trusted me with classes, and I was considered not new anymore. I was a somewhat veteran teacher and mentoring other teachers. And around 3 months, they actually made me a mentor teacher. So I was an official Dada mentor. So I would say 2 months, you're not new anymore. However, with these new contracts and these changes, a lot of big changes came about in the company in late November, December, that time frame is when a lot of changes came in the company. So people that came on like November-ish till now don't really know a lot of the old the old things that we used to do. So anyone that was hired November till now, I consider new, because you guys are under different policies and have been trained and taught differently than I was when I started. I appreciate you chopping it up with us. Yes, the older kids have interesting stories. Yes, learning along. Yes, yes. I love the older kids coursework. Like when we're reading about, like, especially the photograph stories and kids all over the world and doing things. I'm like, oh, I didn't know Bulgaria, huh? And then just different countries all from all over. I love it. Thanks for sharing. How do you stretch a song lesson? I love the songs. I used to get them all the time. I didn't even know they still had them. You have a song lesson. I love those. I had no idea that they still had song lessons. Oh, wow. Okay, hold on, you guys. I'm going to have to get off of here and head on over to the park. But those song lessons, okay, so we sing. First, we learn the lyrics. So we go through the lyrics. Then we practice the lyrics together, okay? So we're going through those slides multiple times. Learn the lyrics, then we practice together. Then we take turns singing the lyrics. Then we add music to the lyrics. We might add a rhythm. Depending on their age, we might rap it. We might do opera. Ooh. Let's see, that's just use how I can stretch it out. I love the songs. I did one on Frozen. That was like early 2018. I had so much fun with Frozen. And I've only had that lesson one time and never had it again. I don't know why they don't. Why don't you give me the songs anymore, Dada? Why not? I want those songs. Probably because my schedule is full to the brim, and I only when I sign up for part-time, I get interest classes that are not songs. I want interest classes that are songs, Dada. Okay, but yes. Go through and sing it. Have them practice, sing it, change the rhythm, do a beat to it. Play a game depending on how well they pick up, sing it backwards. So maybe start at the last and sing it backwards. Different ways that you can do it to kind of spice it up. Girl, did that help you? Have you ever considered going back to VIP Kid? I've been curious as to how things are, because I've seen a lot of videos where people are like, oh my goodness, VIP Kid has heard their teachers and they've gotten so much better with the leave policies. Because you guys know my story. I was at the end of my contract. They put me on suspension for like the last 3-4 weeks of my contract. I was on suspension, and then they didn't renew me because I was hospitalized. And I lost my baby. Okay. So she was born too early, and she was a stillborn. So I had a stillborn, and I showed them everything, and nope. They even told me that I can, what is it called? When you try to plead your case, whatever it is. And then they didn't respond to me till 6 months later. But I have heard, I'm all about giving people props. I have heard, oh, it's okay, Cecil, it's okay, but thank you. I don't mourn her death. I celebrate it, and so it's just been an experience, because of that. All these other things were brought about like a domino effect, and it has all been positive, but thank you. I have heard that they have gotten much better with that at the time that I was with VIP Kid, that's when they were really cold and harsh and inconsiderate at that time. Now that was 2017. It's 2019. Just like Dada has been making improvements and trying, in my opinion, I think they're trying to hear us out. From what I have heard, VIP Kid has been doing the same, and they have gotten so much better and more human with their teachers. So I have been curious as to what it's like, but no, they I don't know. I kind of enjoy Dada filling me up and not having to rely on parents filling me up, not have to rely on the Apple system, or I don't know how their system is, but back in the day, you had to rely on those apples, which I was always full of apples. And when I didn't get all 5 of my apples, I was wondering what's going on. And a lot of it was false, and I had to fight those. I'm like, can this be removed? Because it wasn't my technical issues. It was their technical issues. That's why. But now VIP Kid gave me my beginnings, and I'm just going to keep it at that. So I don't think I'd ever go back. I don't think I would. How's Cambly Kids going? Is it much different than regular Cambly? It's not. The only difference is I posted 1, maybe 2 videos. 1. I think another one's coming. Another one. I know I posted 1, but the only difference is there are slides. You still converse and, have fun with the kids. And there are slides. Hold on, you guys. Dun, 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 dun. Just got to send this text real quick. So yeah, with Cambly Kids, there are slides that you read and follow. So it makes it actually easier because all the topics are right there in your face to talk about. Whereas with the adults, you're like, oh, would you like to do a lesson or would you like to converse? And then they would, basically with the adults, they'll pick what they wanted to do. With the kids, you lead it. You're just like this. So it's a lot easier with Cambly Kids. Why don't you try Go-Go Kid? I don't know. I'm pretty full right now. Now, are they like all day, Plattner, like Cambly or whatnot? Are they all day? So if they were all day availability, then maybe I would. So yes, Karen, I'm about to go. So she was like, where are you? I was like, I'm on my way. It's like 5 minutes down the street. So about to go. Actually, it's not a run. Let's get this straight. I do not run unless something is chasing me. So zombie apocalypse. Hey, I'm going to be the next Olympian. I will be gone. You'll see like a cloud of dust. Other than that, it will be a brisk walk. A walk. So we're going to go briskly walking in the park. All right, you guys. I'm going to try to do this every week. So I'm going to be on again next week. So if you still have questions, then drop them down in the comments and I will be on again. I'm going to ask questions. So whatever questions you have, I will try to use my Dada antennas and answer those for you. Okay? I will ask and provide these answers. All right, you guys. So stay blessed. And as always, Karen, yes, TTF. And ta-ta for now. Bye.